This is a video that's going to explain how we can use satellite imagery to track hotspots that may be produced from a wildfire. So we're going to use weather.cod.edu and then it's /satrad, so SATRAD, and that's going to bring you to this site here. What we're going to want to do is we're going to first go to localized sectors here on the left-hand side. So click on localized sectors, and we're going to click on this one that pretty much covers up the state of Kansas. So here you can see this is satellite imagery. This is visible satellite imagery. So essentially this is just a camera looking down at the earth, and this is what it sees. Now over here where we see the bands, we want to go to shortwave IR. That stands for infrared. So think of just an infrared thermometer. That's what this is. So this is an infrared image looking down at the state of Kansas. Now, it's very subtle, but if you look, there are some dark spots here, and those are actually lakes. Those lakes are warmer in temperature than the surrounding land at this point, and so oftentimes those will show up darker, and that's what we're going to want to look for in the case of a fire. Now, today, there are no fires across the state of Kansas, but if there were, they would show up as little black specks on here. Now, this is one way to look for them, and this is a fairly broad tool here. You can loop this data, and that sometimes helps you see it, especially in the morning hours and stuff. You're going to see those lakes, and during the overnight hours show up because, again, they're warmer than the surrounding air temperatures and the ground temperatures that this is detecting. So this is one way. Now, I'm going to show you a more in-depth tool here. And we're going to switch over to what is called Real Earth. So if you just go to Google and you type in Real Earth, you're going to want to go to this right here. So it's realearth.ssec.wisc.edu. So this is through the University of Wisconsin. Now, there's a few more layers to this. This is a little more involved, but this is what we use very often when we are trying to track fires. So this is a satellite tool here. You can kind of zoom in. On the left-hand side here, you're going to see all of these different options. Now, as you scroll down, you will see these are different satellite imagery information that we can put on here. What we're going to want to look for is what we call goes east, and we're going to do the continuous US here. So click on goes east, and then you have all of these different bands, and we want to go to the one that says fire enhanced. So we're going to click the little plus sign here. It'll just take a second, and it'll load up the data all across the US. Now, we can zoom in over Kansas. And again, there's nothing to see in Kansas right now, but again, it's going to show up as either a black speck or sometimes a yellow mark. And we can click on this little eye right here, and that's going to show us the bar up here. So the black colors or yellow or orange will be the hottest temperatures that the satellite can detect. So there's nothing in Kansas right now, but if we zoom things out, and then we just kind of grab a hold of the map, and we can go to the west. There's actually a couple of wildfires we can see, and we can zoom into this one in Utah so I can give you an idea of what it looks like. So surrounded by it, you do have some high, thin cloud cover, and that's important to note. If there's clouds overhead, you're probably not going to be able to see these, but we can go up here to the little play button, and we will put this in motion, and this will loop through. So those black specks, that yellow speck there indicating a hot spot. And these will show up in a matter of minutes after a wildfire is started. There have been many occasions where we here in the Cape First Alert Weather Center have spotted fires in this manner. We've called them into emergency management to ask about them, and they didn't even know about them yet. This is a very, very useful tool when trying to analyze a situation where you might have wildfires. So watch this video again. There's a lot of intricacies to this. And if you need help with it, don't hesitate to reach out to me. You can send me an email or you can contact me through Facebook, Twitter. Again, this is Frank Waugh at Cake TV. Thank you so much for watching.